SoundOff, Louisiana's premier television sports talk show, is on deck from the Caesars Sportsbook at Horseshoe Lake Charles. The three wise guys are mic'd up and ready. SoundOff begins now.
All right, we're heavy on playoff talk. We're heavy on quarterbacks, one of my favorite subjects on tonight's SoundOff. Hey, welcome into the SoundOff Chambers, Caesars Sportsbook. We're celebrating our 30th broadcast anniversary. We want to thank Lagniappe Magazine for a great cover story on the wise guys. They call us the Three Amigos, but they call us the wise guys. That's okay. That's okay.
Wow.
You took some great pictures. You guys are very photogenic, by the way. You guys are ready for GQ Magazine.
Get out
Both
of here,
of you.
man. Whatever, man.
He could be the senior version, and you could be the ex-jock version.
We took, 50 pictures? Took us an hour and a half.
Woo!
To do that spot.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a lot harder than we make it look.
Yeah, great
But it was fun,
photography, though. Chris Brennan is just elite.
He's awesome. That dude's awesome.
Very patient.
I've been
Very
doing it for a long
patient with
time.
us, so we appreciate that.
great.
Again,
Great
on
job.
newsstands now, Lagniappe Magazine.
I had forgotten
cover
until I
story.
came across the picture the night the tiger jumped.
The
real
tiger, yeah.
full-grown live
I know,
tiger
I know.
jumped up on the set.
Pick up the magazine and look at the
Scooter
old
was
pictures.
feeding him a milk bottle. Did you
Yeah,
guys
you were-
see that?
you were feeding
He
him.
was feeding him a milk bottle.
Tigers get hungry.
Wow.
But check out some old pictures.
Now, I was feeding the little cub.
Oh,
and
that's
the
right, that's
mama
right, that's
saw
right.
me.
The cub.
And the mama
The mama
started
didn't want
running at
anything to do
me.
with
I'm
the
like,
bottle.
hey, I'm not touching you, baby.
I must admit,
Wow.
I must admit, I'm the one I don't think has aged. Even though what they say about black, y'all don't crack. Y'all don't crack. Black don't crack.
I mean, black don't crack. I'm still. People think I'm in my 30s. Can you believe that?
You are dreaming. All right.
Can you believe?
Let's
how
get
old I
on
am?
with it. Many
God.
thanks to Jim Gazzola, who did the
Jim did a
write-up
great
for us.
job,
Did a great
man.
cover story
He did.
on
Don't
That was
say
good.
write-up. As a writer, I hate that word.
write-up,
Oh,
column,
God.
piece,
Write-up piece.
whatever.
He did a great piece.
Write-up.
Oh,
did.
my gosh.
Get
All right.
right at you had the paper.
Jim, great job. Great piece, Jim.
Thank
Hate
you,
that
Kevin.
word.
The
My
Manganese
pet peeve.
Cowboys, they
The
got
word
him a
write-up.
quarterback. We'll talk about
They do. I
Jake
hope they
Strong
do.
from
I
Texas
hope they
Tech.
do.
We got some red-hot quarterbacks in the NFL playoffs. I
They
think
do.
everybody who won a division title in the NFL, you look at it, it's the top quarterback in that division. I mean, Sam Darnold didn't win it, but Darnold's right up there with Jared Goff. Think about that. Anyway, we're going to talk about quarterbacks in the NFL playoffs, and we're going to kind of break down a little bit because they're coming up this weekend. All right, and of course, the Saints coaching search and a whole lot more. All right, let's get into it. The next CFP semifinal. Earlier in the week, we talked Notre Dame and Penn State. Now we're on the cusp of Texas and Ohio State.
Yeah.
Once again, guys, I think it's a mirror image. Two offensive coaches, all right, Ryan Day, Steve Sarkisian,
Yeah.
two quarterbacks that are not super spectacular, but very, very good.
Very efficient.
and
Great
very good
weapons.
And with a
Very
lot of
great
weapons and very good defenses.
Very efficient.
Start with you. What do you like most about the Texas Longhorns in this matchup?
Efficient. They were down, Rick, and they knew the right buttons to push, man, in the last game. I mean, and he threw a dime. He threw a dime, Rick, and that's what you got to have, man, in these games, Rick. Rick, let me tell you something.
Quinn, you can criticize Ewers, but you put him in a tight spot.
Look.
It's right there.
They call targeting. They're sitting home this week.
Yeah.
But they didn't.
yeah.
But they did.
I agree. But you know what, though? In these games right here, Rick, it's going to be 2 or 3 plays that's going to make these games. That's it. Because everybody, I keep saying this, everybody plays it right here. Nobody
how
wants
can y'all
to do
think
anything
this
that's going to
game-
put them outside the box. And that's how good coaches coach.
How
I'll
can
wait for
y'all
you to make a
think
mistake.
this game is going to be close when Texas is lucky to be in it, and Ohio State almost killed the #1 team in the country?
You think it's a route for the
No,
Buckeyes?
no way, Scooter. No, don't you believe that?
Man,
don't
this
you
is
believe
the,
that?
This
Scooter?
is the SEC representative,
don't
man.
you believe that?
This
Let me
is
tell you
Texas.
something. Look,
I'm still.
I know what
don't
you're
think
thinking.
of Texas
I know,
as being
I know.
this. Yeah, but but that doesn't make them the better team.
But look,
I got you.
would have
I know where
never
you're
thought
going with that.
Sarkisian would have been in an SEC championship game his first year. I'd have never thought that.
No,
I would
look,
have never thought that.
look.
Oh, I wasn't
Ohio
surprised.
State.
He had.
I would have
Ohio
never thought
State.
that. His first year.
To me, it centers around the quarterback. Will Howard, the quarterback for the Buckeyes, has come a long way.
He has.
Yeah, because
Uh,
he's
it's
not
come a long way.
known as big NFL prospect or anything.
No.
But he had a game
He had a
against
game,
Oregon.
and
I
he's
mean,
got
what?
that freshman superstar Jeremiah Smith. And oh my gosh, you got Junkins and McClellan out of the backfield.
Yeah, you got that three-headed monster. Look,
and they got a tight end. What Big Ten team
gonna
doesn't
say
have a
this,
good tight
Rick.
end? I mean,
Texas made the plays when they got to stick to the SEC. Come on, man. I don't know why y'all think I'm going the other way, because I'm not.
oh, so you're going Longhorns?
Longhorns all the way, man.
Okay, all right.
Longhorns all the way.
Texas is lucky to be there.
Longhorns all the way.
Ohio State favored by 6. The
That's
over
okay.
and under is
That's
53.
okay.
So I
That's
think
okay.
they're shading to the
That's okay.
defensive side.
That's okay.
53 seems a little low
Look,
with all
you
those
wanna
weapons on the field.
Look at your coaches, man. When you look at your coaches that are your good coaches, man. Rick, when you see them on the sideline, they like ice water, man. It's like, he was down, Rick. Did you see his expression? He said, come on, let's get it done. I mean, that's what your players want to see.
I think both of them are
man.
excellent coaches.
You know?
I think some
So,
people
look,
criticize Ryan Day way too much.
Yeah, he's
Way
kind
too
of
much.
he catches
he's
a lot
kind
of
of
slack.
silenced
He does.
that. Of course,
He
if we
catches a
lose
lot
to
of slack.
Texas, it's all back.
It's all again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think this will be a single-digit game.
Texas.
I don't buy into the blowout.
I'm feeling good
And it
about
is in
Texas.
the Cotton Bowl, right?
Yeah.
It's
Well,
in Dallas.
let's
but,
define blowout.
oh, okay.
Let me say Ohio State wins comfortably.
Okay. Whatever comfortably is in your vernacular.
I don't think they will.
Well, that's
All right, we'll see.
that's
I don't think
a
they
that's
will.
a
I don't think
vague
they will.
word. So next
I'm-
week it can mean
think
whatever
they will.
I want it to
Exactly
mean.
right. I'm going
Yes.
Buckeyes. I'm going Buckeyes. I think it's going to be Notre Dame and Ohio State for the national championship. All right, let's shift to McNeese football. All right, this FBS Texas transfer, Texas Tech
Yeah.
transfer, Jake Strong, 6'2", 200, 3 years of eligibility, but in this world, who knows? But if he gets comfortable and Viator can form an offense around and get some weapons,
What's
3
with
years.
the Texas guys, Rick? 6 killer? Strong? I mean,
6
what?
killer was from Oklahoma.
Okay,
All right.
okay.
Great
okay.
names though. Jake
Yeah.
Strong, big
I
kid.
mean, what? Okay, let's see. Matt's
that's
gonna
just a
Matt's
great
gonna
name.
put a guy into that offense that's gonna be able to do what he does best. That's simple as it can get. I'm not gonna put a guy in a situation that he's not comfortable, trying to be comfortable in. That's what happened with the past quarterbacks that we've had here at McNeese. If you
And
cannot
I-
run the spread offense, don't run it.
And I also think, Mr. Hobbs, you may not stop just with Jake Strong. You get a chance. I mean, Alex Flores showed some stuff. And they got another. They got this
okay.
Leopold, big kid.
Yeah.
6'4", 240.
Yeah.
But I say maybe another one too.
You think so? You think so?
You can't.
Well, you
You've
really don't
got to
know-
have a solid
We
quarterback.
really
run.
don't know what he does. Well, Rick, I can see your point. We
I
really
like
don't
numbers.
know what he does best, though. We really
I
don't
like
know
numbers.
what this kid does best.
Because you
So-
never know.
You're right,
Talking
though.
about
I
out
agree,
of the
Rick.
portal, though.
I don't care.
I mean, why would somebody come from the portal to an already crowded quarterback?
Maybe it's a lower end guy. I don't know. I just like numbers. Okay. And
I'm
you know,
curious to see that, though.
look, the loss of Joshawn Barbie at running back, people forget Bryce Strong, another Strong, came on late in the year as well.
Yeah.
Speedster can catch the ball. So don't freak out that Barbie went to Marshall. You have a problem with him going to Marshall
Not at all.
late?
Not at all. Not
You're
at all.
all gung ho on
No,
the.
I'm not. I'm not.
Well,
Kids
I mean,
got to do what's best for
everybody
them.
do.
Kids got. You sound like Tyreek Hill for the Dolphins. I
That's
got to
another-
do what's good for
Why
me.
would you leave
I'm
Kansas
out of
City?
here.
Why would you leave? Stupid.
We're up against the clock. Round two.
Stupid.
Sound off. Coming back. Stay right there.
It is both. It is both. It is both. It is both. It's both. Hey, thanks for the backup.
Coors Banquet, the same brewing tradition since 1873. When you're the favorite beer of rock stars and cowboys, you don't compromise. That's our legacy. What do you want to go down in history for? Start your legacy. Coors Banquet.
What's bugging you?
Is it roaches? They're the first pest you think of for indoor bugs and a health threat. At J&J, we offer weapons to eliminate and prevent infestation of your home or business. Let us take care of what's bugging you. Contact us today for a free inspection.
When you can't rely on technology, you can rely on Mountain Cold Refreshment.
Dave's back on.
Coors Light. Choose chill.
All right, welcome back to Sound Off. Glad to have you aboard, and you will be glad you should follow my advice and get over the Bruise Brothers for lunch,
Yes.
dinner, and even on the weekends for great food, great cocktails and drinks, and of course live entertainment on the stage. Coming up this weekend, you got Jarvis Jacob on stage and the Joey Ward Band on Saturday. Jacob's playing Friday,
Yes.
the Joey Ward Band on Saturday night. Music gets started at about 9 o'clock. They go until midnight. Go to Bruce Brothers. Great time all during the weekend, especially on weekends. All right, guys. The head NFL head coach. What do you got? Agents? You're talking to your agent all of a sudden? What's going on?
With the Saints.
I'm going to tell you what's going on with the
I'm trying
Saints.
to see what's going on.
They
with
need
the
to talk to John Gruden about this head coaching
I'm trying
job.
to see if they're going
All
to sign Aaron Glenn.
The
That's what I'm trying to see.
NFL, then let me educate you on that. All right, the carousel, Black Monday, and the whole thing. All right, so what do we got? We got the Saints, of course, the Jets.
Yes.
As of later in the week, it's going to be another week before they start making announcements. You got the Patriots now with an open. The Bears got an opening. The Jags fired Peterson. That whole thing. I think we're going to be settled with about 5. Retaining kind of surprised me. The Giants, the Colts, and the Dolphins say we're going to stand put and we're going to stay with what we got.
Are we still sitting here saying that Dallas is going to stay?
Let's go there. Before we get on the Saints, Jerry Jones has heaped some praise on Mike McCarthy. His contract expires January 14th, the latest.
15th.
14th, 15th, whatever.
Yeah, 15th.
Earlier in the week, the Bears have requested permission
to speak
to him prior to his contract expiration. What does Jerry Jones do? I mean, Mike McCarthy say, you want me or not? I mean, he's a respected head coach. Just say, Jerry, am I here or not? All right, let's go. Let's move forward or let's go. What do you think?
Let me say this, man.
You know what they've always said? The Cowboys have the best owner and the worst general manager in football.
Look,
and it's the same person.
Yeah.
McCarthy, at the beginning of the year, y'all heard me. I mean, the whole thing was a cluster, Rick, with the Cowboys. And he doesn't have the locker room.
He has no power,
and that's what
though.
you got to look at.
He has no power.
Granted, what you
Jones
say is true.
controls everything.
But
he just coaches on the field.
And that keeps him from having the locker room, Rick.
Good point. No,
So
good point.
You can't have a coach, and everybody thought that the coach from New England was going to take the job. I said that would never happen.
Bill Belichick.
Oh.
No.
Would never happen.
It's all about Jerry.
Would never
It's all
happen.
about Jerry.
So Jerry Jones.
Well, Belichick would never coach for him.
You're right.
And Jones would never let him
That's right.
take
That's
away
right.
from
That's
him.
my point, Scooter.
Yeah.
So Jerry Jones, Mike McCarthy. Who else is out there for the Dallas Cowboys?
If he cuts McCarthy, somebody's going to take the gig.
Yeah,
there's only 32 of them.
But then you'll be looking for another coach in the next 2 years.
All right, so,
Rick.
I mean, McCarthy, he'll give you 10, with a healthy team, he'll give you 10 to 12 wins a year.
He lost that locker room, Rick.
He did
He lost
this
that
year.
locker room.
Well, because he lost Dak Prescott.
he
He had
lost that locker
injuries.
room,
He
Rick.
lost Parsons, a whole bit. Anyway,
He
all right.
lost the locker room, man.
Who knows? All right, the New Orleans Saints. All right, Matt Nagy's name's been thrown out there. Liam Cohen for the Bucs, the OC in Tampa Bay's been. You think it's Aaron Glenn, right?
Glenn.
From
If
the
nobody
DC
else
at the
gets
Detroit
Aaron
Lions.
Glenn before the Saints decide to make a move on him, he'll be
All
a
right.
great addition for the Saints, man.
Here's the problem with Mickey Loomis, Gail Benson, and the Saints. They're not going to get a Mike Vrabel. They're not even going to get a callback from a Brian Flores.
Rick, let me tell you.
They're like $80 million over the cap.
Yeah.
They've got an aging quarterback who's middle
That's
tier
your
now.
boy. That's your
He's
boy.
middle tier now.
That's your boy, Rick.
This
You
is
said he was top
of
5.
all the teams and
You
all
said
the
he was top
openings
5,
out
Rick.
there. I think New Orleans
not even top 10.
maybe just edges out Jacksonville. Maybe, but you got Trevor Lawrence in Jacksonville. I mean, it might even be
Rick.
below Jacksonville. That's the problem.
The Saints need to start looking toward the future. Sorry.
Well,
They need to start looking toward the
but
future, Rick.
do you go with a
know
Liam
who's
Cohen
gonna
that
come on?
nobody's ever heard of?
You know who's going to come
But
on?
I still,
Watch Atlanta. You see what Atlanta did, huh? The quarterback change.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Credit them for that.
Hey.
Look at the Saints. The Saints don't have.
Credit Terry
Where are we
Fontenot
going with
from
Derek
LaGrange
Carr?
High
Where
School,
are we going with
from
Derek Carr,
Lake
man?
Charles, for
Yeah.
making that draft pick, Michael Penix, and
Where
he
are we
got
going with
criticized.
Derek Carr, Rick? Come on, man.
He's under the hit.
Falcons. Is this the same Falcons that lost to the Panthers yesterday?
Yeah, that's true.
Scooter.
Penix is the
What?
future, though.
They
What are you
are
saying is
what?
Penix is
They are looking toward the future.
No,
Saints-
they
the
weren't.
Saints-
They were
the
trying to
Saints-
get in the playoffs. They thought.
That happened early on, okay, with the quarterback they had.
Right.
That wasn't finished. That happened early on
the
before.
Saints.
okay?
The Saints get a coach
Early
in
on.
here. The Saints get a head coach in here. Do you blow up the roster?
You have to blow it up. You got to blow it up. You have to blow it up.
They got one
What
of
you
the
gonna
oldest
keep-
rosters,
what you gonna keep
especially on
doing?
defense.
That's the
Column
problem.
Tuesday.
Rick, but
Okay.
that's the problem, Rick. That's the problem. You don't want to
Yeah,
make
they
changes,
make a
man.
big deal.
We got some of the oldest players in the league, man, playing for the Saints.
Especially on defense. And a few on offense. 34-year-old Taysom Hill. 33-year-old Derek Carr. I got
He's Hill is a young 34.
Ryan Ramczyk,
Look, Rick.
Taysom Hill, Derek Carr, Cam Jordan. He came on.
Yeah.
Demario Davis. These guys are millions and
But Rick,
millions
let me-
against the
let me
salary
tell you
cap.
something.
Yep.
It's time to possibly get rid of some of them. I hate to say it.
When you have
I
teams,
do.
Rick, that have great offenses, when you've got aging defensive, let me tell you how it works, how
Please
the
tell me.
smart teams do it. When you have aging teams that have people on defense that's getting old, but you got an offense that just keep putting up points, it's okay. We can play with those
Yeah.
old guys
Yeah.
because we're going to outscore them.
Right.
When you got teams that are struggling on offense, you got these old guys going in 3 and out,
Yeah.
man, they can't keep up with that.
No,
They
I got
can't.
you. I got you. Look, are you in on this? Are you in on it? He's very quiet, and I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
Have you
I'm
ever
just
tried
saying.
to get in the
I'm
word?
doing it myself.
Read it in here. I can't get a word in.
Look, the Saints, when they
Go
get
ahead.
healthy,
I'm
they've
saying
got some.
if
They've got
you-
some receivers,
I'm
and they
not
got some
saying
running backs.
all of them, but I'm
Saints are
against
old.
blowing this team up. If you look at the Saints injury report, just say
Yeah.
for the last game,
Yeah.
let's say they hadn't had, and you're going down this list and saying you've got this team,
Yeah.
and you can add these guys to it next year.
Okay.
It's a pretty good team.
I agree, Scooter.
Okay,
I agree, Scooter, but Scooter.
that's what I'm saying.
But at the end of the day-
they had that Scooter on
Yes.
game 3.
It does.
Game 3. Remember after
Yeah.
the 2-0 start,
Yeah.
they had all those guys still healthy, and what happened?
And what?
It hit the fan.
Let me tell you, Rick. And Rick,
It
you know
hit
what?
the fan.
You know
Well, they
what
had
causes
Dennis
that?
Allen then too.
When you got players that's getting too many reps, that's getting tired, injuries normally happen when a player is tired. When you got the offense that's beating our defense down, you're gonna have people that's gonna eventually get
This
hurt.
team needs help. Again, this is for the ensuing weeks. They need help in depth on the offensive line. I don't think Ramczyk's coming back. I hope Clyde Edwards-Hilaire can hang on and help.
I hope so,
Kendrick
too.
Miller,
I hope so,
you got to
too.
be available. They need an edge rusher. Cam Jordan, I love him. All right, and they need linebackers and safeties. I got to question your
That's
boy
a lot,
Tyrann
Rick.
Matthew.
That's a lot what you just said.
I
on
know it's a
defense.
lot. And they
That's
need a
lot,
possession
Rick.
receiver. They've got guys to stretch the field. They need somebody who can work that middle.
Man,
They
that's
need
a
that.
lot.
They need that Nakua guy from the LA Rams. I love that guy.
He is. He's a player, man, huh? That dude's a player. I like him.
The bell
I like
sounds.
him
Rub
too,
against the
Rick.
clock. More sound off when we come back. Stay right there.
What's bugging you?
Is it ants? They're crazy, tiny, irritating pests outside trying to get in. At J&J, we offer weapons to locate, eliminate, and prevent their entering your home or business. Let us take care of what's bugging you. Contact us today for a free inspection.
It is both. It is both. It is both. It is both. It's both. Hey, thanks for the backup.
You want to rack up some free play here at Horseshoe Lake Charles next week, January 14th, 15th, and 16th. Come on down, get that Caesars reward card. You swipe it in the designated kiosks all around the casino floor. You got a chance to win 100 times. It's called a reward multiplier down here at Horseshoe Casino. That's next week, and the following week they're gonna have your chances to win as well. So you got a couple of weeks coming. You get that multiplier action going. Win some free play. Again, talking to you. Are you calling Adam Schefter? Let me educate
I'm
you
trying
something.
to see what's happening with
I'm
the
going to
Saints.
educate you on this whole NFL coaching thing. We're going to get into the playoff
Really?
matchups. You cannot, the Aaron Glenns of the world, the Brian Flo, any guy that's in the playoffs,
You can't talk to him.
You can't talk.
You can't.
No, you
You're
can.
right. You're right.
You can't talk to
You're
him
right.
face to face.
You're right.
You have a window where you can
You
interview
do.
and talk to him virtually.
You do, Rick.
Zoom,
You-
Teams call,
you are
whatever.
correct. You are
but
correct,
they
yes.
have to be eliminated, or they're in the Super Bowl, game
You're
over,
right.
season over. Then
You're
you
right.
can bring him in for face to face.
You're right.
So Aaron Glenn, your guy with the Detroit Lions, he
He's got
might
history
just say,
with the Saints.
he might just say,
He's got
what?
history with the Saints. That's why I'm saying it's
He's
gonna be
going to
Aaron
look at
Glenn.
the Saints. He said, I'm staying with Dan Campbell.
That's not
He
a bad
could
choice
pull
either,
the
Rick.
same
That's
thing
not
that
a-
Ben
that's not a
Johnson
bad-
did.
But everybody want that resume, Rick.
I tell
Head
you, all right.
coach.
The bottom line, the Chiefs and the Lions, the two top seeds that get the bye, they're the best teams.
They are,
and
Rick.
they should be
They
favored.
are. They are. We know that.
I know the Lions still have some injuries.
They are, Rick. But I
They
totally
are
agree with you on that.
exceptional.
I am
I
not
totally agree with you
sure.
there.
I'm
They are the
not,
best.
I'm not even sure about the Chiefs.
No,
Yeah.
don't second guess Mahomes.
They
and
got
the
beat
Chiefs.
38 to nothing.
Oh,
Scooter.
sure.
You're
Yeah.
joking, right?
Look.
You're joking, right, Scooter?
The Chiefs
Yeah.
they're going for unprecedented third straight. The Lions
They
have
are.
never won.
They're looking for history.
Jared Goff is an exceptional quarterback.
He is.
And yes,
He is. He is.
David
man.
Montgomery, that running back, the loss of him is huge. But this Jamar Gibbs, I mean, from Alabama,
Rick,
speed, power,
It's
can
going to be,
catch.
man, look. Detroit, I'm not going to count Detroit out. I'm telling you right now.
And they're off for a week to get
I'm
a little
not-
bit healthier.
I'm not counting Detroit out.
A little bit healthy. All right, let's run them down just a little bit. All right, we'll start on the NFC side. You got the Packers at Philadelphia. Jordan Love, D-Dub.
Quarterback's-
They just
the
lost a
quarterback's
number
out.
one receiver.
Quarterback's out.
He's not out.
I don't think
Jordan
he's
Love
out. I
will
don't
probably
think
struggle to play. They're going to go in their
he's
They
out.
dogs.
lost
Rick.
to the Bears.
They did lose to the Bears.
Yeah, I don't think Jordan
I
Love's going to be
know.
able to
Eagles with Saquon Barkley, who should have played and got the record, by the way.
play. He should have, but he didn't.
Look, I
Now,
think
wait a minute,
He
wait a
said his
minute.
team come first. He said
it's
his team come
Philadelphia.
first.
At home, Philadelphia.
He said his team comes first, Scooter. That's what he said. My team comes first. I'm not worried about the record.
But
I called him up last
he
night. He said,
should.
no, I wanted to go for the record. Anywho.
Okay.
All right.
Anyway.
You were going to make a point? Can I move to the next
No,
game?
you can move
Go
to the
ahead.
next
I'm
All
one.
right, our guy, Jaden Daniels, the Redskins.
Yeah,
Faux pas.
Commanders.
I'll get the bell on that
Commanders.
one. Going down to Tampa to take on Red Hot Baker Mayfield. Jaden, he's going down there. I think it's about 3 or 4 point underdog at Tampa Bay in
Yeah,
Tampa.
at home. You're going to have that at home.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
But
You give him a shot? I'm
Yeah.
talking about Washington.
yeah,
Do you?
I do. Because
Daniels
because
didn't
his
play
legs.
this week.
His legs,
No,
man.
he did not.
So,
His
you
legs.
know,
I'm gonna
but
give it
their
because his
game
legs.
didn't mean anything to
His legs,
anybody.
Rick.
So.
He can beat him with his legs. That's the threat that they got to worry about with Jake, man.
Oh, really?
Okay.
He can beat you with.
I think
he
it's a
can beat you with
close
his
game.
legs,
I think
man.
it's a close game. They played, and I
it'll be a
cannot
close
remember
game.
who won.
It's
They
gonna-
played early in the
it's
year.
gonna
The
be
Bucks
hard
and-
down in
and the
Tampa,
Commanders.
though. It is. It's gonna be hard in Tampa.
Washington dogs in that one. Here's this one is this Minnesota, 14-3 wild card. Is that the best record ever for a wild card?
Rick.
They lost to Detroit. They could have been a bye and a number one seed. They go all the way down to number 5.
Jefferson, did y'all see the
That's
close
crazy.
up on Jefferson? What he said? His comment? Oh my God! You know he had 2 touchdowns in this game,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Hey, they still lost. Minnesota at the LA Rams, and they are favored on the road as
They
a
will
wild
kill
card.
the Rams.
Yeah.
Huh?
They
Yeah.
will kill the Rams.
I'm not betting against Matthew Stafford. I think
don't
it's a
know.
tight
I don't know.
game, and
If
I
the
think the
quarterback,
Rams.
if Minnesota can get the ball to Jefferson, game's over.
Well,
Game's over.
Saturday
That's the problem.
does
They couldn't get the ball
Pittsburgh
to him.
Steelers 4 straight losses to end the year.
How did that happen, man? How did they come up with 4 straight losses? How did that happen?
They go to Baltimore.
Rick,
They're
that's done.
8.5-point dogs
That's done.
at Baltimore.
Lamar Jackson is on track to go to the Super Bowl. He said it, and this kid's for real. I'm telling you.
Well, that means
You
he's
saw
got to
the
beat
pass-
Kansas
you
City in
saw the-
Kansas City.
Did you see the Steph Curry that he threw up? When he threw the pass, he
I
did
know.
to Steph Curry?
I know. Did
Come
he
on,
do this?
dude.
I wish you'd call me kid, make me feel younger.
Yeah, that'll never happen.
You call 50-year-old kids.
How about this for it? How about
Lamar,
Pittsburgh, Mike Tomlin, the Steelers, the terrible towel. They haven't won a playoff game since 16. It's been 9 years. I didn't know that until that came across my
I did
wire.
not know that.
9
No.
years.
you know, the thing with me, man, do you,
Ravens the whole
it's
way.
too late right now, but Russell Wilson,
He had his
played
moments
good.
this year. He had his
played
moments.
good early in the year.
They don't have
but
enough weapons.
It does seem like he is.
They don't have
kind
enough
of
weapons.
Regressed.
he is cool.
All right. Former Saints head coach Sean
Payton, Denver Broncos. Whoa,
They got in.
whoa.
They go to Buffalo.
yeah.
Well, they beat the Chiefs 38-0.
Oh, here you go again with
They
that.
have got to
And
be
they
the
put
let me
they
ask
put
you this.
Burrow on the
favorites.
couch. I
Let me ask
got
you
it.
this here, guys. Can you see what a coach can do sometimes to a player? You see how efficient Nix is now?
Bo Nix, a
Dude,
rookie.
He's
out
a
of-
rookie.
A rookie.
Yeah.
You see with the right coach
Well,
what can happen
Jaden
sometimes?
Daniels is a rookie and he's in the
Granted,
playoffs.
Yeah,
Granted, Rick, I
but
get
Sean
that.
Payton is a quarterback whisperer.
Yeah.
If ever
This,
there was.
this dude is so efficient right now. He
'Cause
wasn't that efficient in
that's-
It
college.
wasn't just Drew Brees.
That's Sean Payton's
knows.
offense. That's Sean Payton's offense.
Yeah.
He wants efficiency.
I'm blown away at how efficient
I don't know.
he is.
You know, I can make a case for Joe Burrow to get some MVP votes, and I can also make a case for Sean Payton for Coach of the Year.
Yeah.
Look what he's done in Denver.
Burrow had an MVP year,
He
but
did.
you're not going to win the
No,
MVP
not with 8 losses.
without going to the playoffs.
No.
And let me,
And I get that.
But Sean
I get
Payton,
that.
And
First
guys,
year in Denver?
But guys, we're leaving out the number one guy who did the triple threat. Chase, man, come on. We didn't even mention this.
Who?
Chase. Chase got the record.
Oh,
man.
yeah. Jamar Chase. Yeah, I got it. All right,
man.
last one, Jim Harbaugh, Chargers in Houston. This is a Charger team that I think is going to surprise. I think they'll beat Houston on the road.
I do too, Rick.
And they're favored.
I do too.
I like what Rhymes is doing down there in Houston and Stroud, but this is Justin Herbert with that defense. That's the best defense in the NFL. Up against the clock, the bell rings. Round 4 of the show coming back.
Coors Banquet, the same brewing tradition since 1873. When you're the favorite beer of rock stars and cowboys, you don't compromise. That's our legacy. What do you want to go down in history for? Start your legacy. Coors Banquet.
What's bugging you?
Is it termites? The season is now and they are swarming. At J&J Exterminating, we offer some very effective weapons against infestation of your home or business. Let us take care of what's bugging you. Don't wait. Contact us now for a free inspection.
J&J has protected Louisiana homes and businesses for over 60 years.
Call him today, make the pests go away. J&J Exterminating. Yeah.
Do not forget, if you miss any of the SoundOff on CBS Lake Charles on our Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday nights, YouTube, cbslakecharles.tv, cbslakecharles.tv. Hit on YouTube. You can catch us 365, 24/7, whatever you want to do. All right, I'm not going to let you off the hook. The playoffs are this weekend. I've already told you who's going to the Super Bowl. I'm going with the favorites, Detroit and Kansas City.
Why don't you go out on a limb?
I'm not going out on a limb.
I like Detroit.
Okay?
I think, and I'm not going to dog the Chiefs anymore. They're a very good team.
You've been dogging them, but
I
okay.
think they're a bunch of really good teams in the
are.
AFC.
There are. All right, so are you going to reserve judgment?
I like Buffalo.
Okay. Josh Allen, MVP. What you got? I'm
Josh
going
Allen
Chiefs and
MVP?
Lions.
Oh, no. Lamar's got that locked up.
I don't know if it's locked up. We'll see.
I think it's a coin
I don't
flip
know.
between those two.
Think about that. I do want to throw. This has been an amazing year for quarterbacks.
It has been, Rick.
I mean, from Matt Stafford, Jared Goff.
It has, really, it has.
You can list all these great quarterbacks, and you might get to Mahomes, who has not had a great year. He's thrown for nearly 4,000 yards.
But he's so efficient, though, Rick. That's
but
the
he's
thing
won
you
a
don't
lot of
get
close
about this
games.
dude, man.
But
He's
the
just,
rookies,
God.
gentlemen, every one of those first-round quarterbacks ended up as starters. Think about it.
Yeah.
Starting with Jaden
You're right,
Daniels.
You're right, though.
Drake May got in there for New England, right? And then, of course, Penix finally got there for the
Rookie of the year.
And Caleb Williams.
and Bo Nix.
Bad team.
I mean,
Was Bo Nix first rounder?
Yeah, he's first rounder. Yeah. 6
Jaden
quarterback
Daniels rookie of the year? I mean, he's your rookie of the year?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he's
I'm
not
totally-
that locked
Yes,
up.
I think Bo Nix will get some votes.
Yeah, he will. But
Who?
Jaden Daniels,
Bo
rookie
Nix
of the year.
for
he
Detroit.
will.
And
Rookie
I
of the
don't know, maybe in the top 5. Remember the tight end from Georgia that I fell in love with, Brock Bowers.
Yeah.
Set a record. So I don't know, Jaden Daniels
Jaden
with all the
Daniels just
heroics
did.
that he
He just
did,
did too much this
the
year.
legs,
He did.
the
He did
what
too
was
much.
it against the Bears that
Yeah.
sunk
Hail
that
Mary.
whole team,
He did too much.
the Hail Mary and that whole thing. You got your
LSU
pick.
boy.
We gotta go. You got your pick.
Yeah.
It's Chiefs and Lions.
No, Raven will win it all. The
Oh,
Ravens
he's
will win it all.
going though. We're out of time. The bell is
There's
getting
no
to work
wrong
out. We'll see you
answer.
next time, everybody. Had a great sports weekend.